Good evening, everybody. All you cow folk, welcome back to CowTech with me, your host, Zack Cater, episode number 13. This is definitely going to be a really unique and different show tonight. Bob, glad to have you on. Mr. Ghost, man, as always on here for us. So, yeah, definitely going to be a little bit different kind of a show tonight. As you guys might have saw on the fan page, I goofed in the last episode. There was something that I left out that was pretty doggone big. John, what's up tonight, brother? And I'm going to touch on that here in a little while. Jason, good evening, good evening. Hey, appreciate all your help. Jason has been busting his butt on a local track rebuild for us at our home track, so thank you guys. So I got a ticker going down here at the bottom. All of you guys that have been in on the giveaway for the Kyosho Mini Z, big note, pay attention to the ticker. You have to be watching live. And I want to kind of address that right now at the beginning of the show. And I'll probably mention it again later on. But if you guys remember, right here in front of me, let me pop this up a little bit bigger for you guys. I've been cleaning this guy up, getting him all dressed up for whoever's going to win it. And by the way, the cow snot is perfect for cleaning this little guy since all the electronics are made into it. But remember, it's the Mini Z with the custom painted body from Dip that looks absolutely fantastic on this little guy. So everybody that's in on that drawing, again, you must be live. If you're watching the show like 5 minutes behind, when we get to doing the drawing part, basically whichever name is picked, you'll have 2 minutes to chime in and say, hey, that's me. I just won. If you guys don't chime in, you're not watching this live feed, and that 2 minutes passes up, we're going to draw to another name. So, again, be live, guys. Wildman Joe, what's going on? Move this right here. And right quick, I'll give you guys a rundown of everybody that's in on the drawing. So if you by chance see they're a friend of yours and they're not on here, they're not commenting, you might want to kind of, give them a little bit of a nudge. So right quick, all the entrants for the drawing were Michigan Scale and Trail from YouTube, Michael Garcia from YouTube, Bruce Pittman from Facebook, Mr. Ghost, already on here, from YouTube, Jason Flogger, you're on here already. John Keener, you're already on here. Bobby E. Coleman Jr., I believe you're already on here too. Tristan Church and Rob, I'll probably butcher the last name, Conant, C-O-N-A-N-T from YouTube. So those are all the guys that are in on the drawings. So, Vinny, thanks for joining the show tonight. As always, the man with the plan, Heath, is in the house. Starting over, that's a new screen name, Ready to Learn, right on. All right, so again, that's the list of everybody that's in on the drawing. I'm going to go over some real quick moon news, just kind of breeze through it a little bit because I want to be able to get our guest on here tonight. Let me pull this off of here and that. So right quick, this one's actually kind of big for me. I've been looking forward to this. The upgrade kit for the stainless basin ultrasonic cleaner. That is up on the site now. Keep in mind, the top plate is what's printed in the carbon fiber. The tray that goes down into it is not, because it's made of a special chemical resistant print as well. Basically, everything's right here on the new product tab, by the way. The new 9x30 screw catcher part strips. There's also a 6x24 that's available. The skins for the power brushes. These are the new brushes that will chuck up into like a 1/4-inch drive chuck. The skins for those are out. Basically, as of this show, the graphite spray should be leaving out tomorrow. And the ultralight grease coating that's kind of been on back order for a while, it has shipped as well. So, handful of products finally coming off a back order, making their way out. Again, I'm pretty excited for the upgrade kit for the stainless basin ultrasonic cleaner. Tom in the house tonight. What's up, brother? Thanks for being here. So again, just real quick moon news because I said I want to get our guest in here as soon as possible. So we'll just let the cat out of the bag. Oh, always, don't forget, guys, CowTech code, Cow-Tech. Save yourself 10%. If you're tuning in from YouTube, like and subscribe. If you're on Facebook, share this guy out. So, all right. So my big goof, this is what I forgot to mention in the last episode. And Heath and I had actually talked about this before the episode, like we always do. We have a little bit of a chat. And I got so caught up in the interview with Chase that I totally forgot about it. And it's pretty big. So this episode, episode 13, this is going to be my last episode as your CowTech host. Nothing bad's happened, nothing wrong. I'm not leaving Cal or anything like that. This has been a really fun series of videos to do, over the last 6-7 months. I can't thank Heath enough for trusting me to be able to do this. This is a pretty big megaphone for, a company that's his baby. But I'm very thankful that he trusted in me to be able to do this, and appreciates my knowledge and my use of the Cow RC products. So in short, after this episode, there will be a new host coming on this off weekend from Adam and Tyler show that'll be continuing CowTech episodes with a different spin to them. And again, we'll get into that once we get them on here. So, VA, welcome to the show. Thanks for tuning in. So again, guys, thank you all. I cannot thank you guys that have watched, viewed, the people that have messaged me, reached out to me about the show, appreciating the feedback or questions, comments on Cow RC products. Greatly appreciate it. Makes me feel, that I've actually done, a little bit of, I guess you call justice or good. This has been fruitful. And again, it's been a lot of fun. John, greatly appreciate it. Going to miss your mud. Learned a lot of tricks from you. Absolutely. And, I've, over these last, 12 episodes, I've really put as much thought, heart into these as I can. Any kind of tips, tricks that I've found along the way, I've tried to put them into, all of these videos. But I believe I've covered about every aspect that I could think of for racing and using Cow RC products. But again, as these videos will always be up on YouTube, you can always go back and rewatch them. Anybody ever has any questions on products, application to them, feel free to reach out to me. You can contact me directly or hit up the Cow RC fan page on Facebook. That's a great way to get, a lot of questions asked. He's going to get sentimental on me. Killed it and shared about the value from the Great Torch. Yep, that's what I should have named this, was the Great Torch Pass. So without a whole lot of further ado, guys, let me get one other thing off of here so I'm not distracted. Get that out of here. So the guy that's going to be taking over the new CowTech episodes, he has been a big influence on me. Especially with content creation. Undoubtedly, if you have seen a Cow RC, short reel on Instagram or Facebook, odds are there's a good chance this guy has probably done it, and they are always just tight, on point, and it really helped me to create better content for Cow as well. So, season 2, it's going to change up, man. It's going to be good too. Bob, thank you, man. Thank you. Mike, what's going on? What's going on, brother? So before I pull him on here, I want to share a quick image. This guy right here, and some of you probably already know him, RC Steve. This will be the new CowTech episode banners that will be put out whenever the events or when the live shows are created. You're going to see his mug on here now. So be looking out for him. Definitely tune in and show some love, show some support for him when this kicks off. So let's move that out the way. And get on comments. So again, right quick before I pull our guest on, don't forget, Kyosho drawing, guys, got to be live. So without further ado, please welcome our guest to the show, Mr. Steven. What's up, Steven?
Hey, what's up, Zach? What's up,
Very
everybody
good.
watching?
Sounding good, man. Welcome to the show. So, everybody, this is Steven. If I say your last name wrong, but it's Hidalgo.
Yeah, that's correct.
There you go. So, Steven Hidalgo, he's also a member of the Cow RC factory team. But this gentleman right here will definitely be your host, continuing on with these episodes with a little bit of a different twist to them. Because, Steve, why don't you just tell everybody what's your RC forte, so to speak? What's your specialty?
Yeah, so I got a little slew of background. We got a little scale garage down here. And as you guys can see, these are a little tinier than your normal RC cars. But yeah, I love the smaller scale micro RC cars. And I'm a huge crawler fan of all scales in general. But mainly, you'll see me putting a little mini crawler in my backpack for the most part.
So there we go, taking a bit of a turn from the big 8 scale stuff. And I've even got some small scale crawlers too. I got some 18 stuff me and my son's been playing with, and it's been a lot of fun. So how long have you been into the whole RC scene? Kind of like, what's your background with RC, Steve?
Yeah, so I've had an RC interest ever since my brother, my older brother, had been into the RC scene when he was like a teen. I was probably like a little boy, but ever since maybe the age of 13, I kind of picked up an RC car and start with like the faster cars, like the low-C buggies. And then I also started to see the first introduction when the low-C made the mini and the micro T's, the micro T and micro B's. So that right away, it captured my heart pretty much. But I did take a long break till recently. So about 5 years ago, I finally got my hands on an RC car again. And this was kind of at the age where, we had our firstborn. So me having a little bit of spare time, I was like, oh, well, what am I going to dive into? I see all these cars. Everything says 4-wheel drive. Everything says off-road. So I kind of leaned towards more of like a truck style. And I ended up learning that they were crawlers. And ever since I picked up a crawler, saw the SCX 24s. And man, those things were pretty fun. And what kind of captured my addiction to the micros is just all the little tinkering, all the tuning that you can do with those. Yes. They might not perform the best out of the box, but if you're into the wrenching side of RC, diving real deep into tuning, then you can really put a lot of performance out of those little trucks. So the rabbit hole goes deep with the little micro RCs. If you have one, you probably have another plus add your amount plus 10 or whoever knows.
I started with one. Now we've got 3 minis and 2 10 scales. So it's a lot. That's what I love about the minis is, for $40-$50, you can completely change one to perform however you want. It's just like endless possibilities.
Yes. Also, what kind of got me into diving deeper into the RC scene was seeing the aftermarket wasn't too much for the little guys, for the little micro RC cars. So me kind of seeing like people making their own aftermarket links for the suspension links and the steering links for these guys, I kind of took interest and dove deep into giving it a shot at myself. And so everything kind of just went full speed ahead. And now I've been, making handmade links for these little guys. And we've been building a pretty big reputation in the RC community. So people look forward to dialing in their trucks using the RC Steve links.
Yeah, that's me and Heath were actually talking about. I had no clue that you made links. So where can people actually find that at? I mean, is there a RC Steve website?
So we're working on that. I do have a website coming soon, guys. You'll be able to check that out, rcsteve.com, if you want to just take a little browse right now. For now, though, I am fully fledged into the social media platforms, so you can easily find me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube by just looking up RC Steve and should pop up. And through there, you guys can see some of the examples of the link sets and the pictures of a whole type of variety of chassis and stuff that, we make them specific to each chassis. But you could just send me a message and we'll take care of you and get some links made for you and shipped out.
That's right. Even he's saying there's a roof rack option too.
Yeah, we have a whole bunch of stuff. I just literally came back from a little RC swap meet, but we're diving into little titanium roof rack, little competition style roof racks, and a whole bunch of cool little scale stuff we can definitely share as the episodes go on. And it's quick and easy to wrench, but if you want to do it the right way, you can set these up with CowRC products, and these things will be solid, clean, smooth driving trucks.
Absolutely. So Bob's asking, RC Steve 710, is that you?
Hey, Bob, that's me. What's up, brother?
What's up? What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for tuning in. Tuning in a little bit late. This is the episode, again, where I kind of forgot to mention the last episode. The torch for the CowTech episode is getting passed over to Mr. RC Steven Hidalgo here. He will be carrying over the CowTech episodes from now on. My course has kind of come to its end. I've given you guys all the information that I could. So Steve will be taking over from now on. There we go. Bob, found you. All right, cool. So how long have you been with Cal, Steve?
So I would say it's been going on about 3 years now with CowRC, and it's such an honor to be a part of the Cow factory team. He's an amazing guy. He really looks out not just for the team, but literally the whole RC community with his customer service and dialing in products aimed for everybody in the RC. And that's kind of what drew me into the products right away. My friend had shown me his mats, and all these type of nice little screw catcher style mats, and the ones with the foam outlines or the pockets, hybrid styles, flat mats,
the carbons.
So right away, that's literally my crown jewel staple. Like you'll never catch me at an event without a mat, or in my garage without a mat, some sort of mat to keep organized. Because man, you guys know, if you ever picked up one of these, I don't even think you can see a screw right now, but they are very tiny.
They're tiny.
If you lose them, you're looking for a while. So these mats come in handy. Everything is magnetic. Awesome stuff from Heath. And also, I did, what's cool about CowRC is that occasionally in most orders, you will get a little sample here and there of some products. So that led me on, trickling me down to getting more interested. The Udder Butter, probably one of my most favorite products, guys, especially for the RC crawlers. You put that thing in your differential gears, and man, it's quiet, smooth, and just you're not going to really have to replace it, especially in these small scale crawlers as much often, as something like where Zack is constantly racing, warming that diff up all constantly and everything.
Yeah, that was one of the first things when I got my 10 scale crawlers, was going through the portals, the axles, cleaning out the ready to run grease, and putting the Udder Butter on them. Right quick, before I forget, Mr. Ghost was asking, when is your store going to be open on your site?
We should have the web store open in about a month. So stay tuned for that. You can peep on the website daily, or you could just take a look at the Facebook page. You'll probably be the first announcement right there when the web store is live and everything. So I'm looking forward to it.
Good. It's got to be definitely exciting to get that, launched and off the ground.
Yeah, we kind of just trickled into a little bit of everything now for the small scale stuff. So if you want performance suspension links, we're all the way down to a few scale items for your truck to just kind of make it look neat. Or Even we do like some commission building here and there, but not too often. But it is always fun, man, and you'll be able to see everything pretty soon.
Sweet, sweet. So, in addition to running CowTech, there's also another show that you host, correct?
Yeah. So, guys, if you have seen my Micro Mondays shows, guys, it's another live stream, an awesome live stream that is on Monday evenings. So it's a great way to kick off the week every week, guys. They are streamed live on Instagram with a re-upload followed shortly after on the YouTube channel. So you guys can go back and check previous episodes. But definitely tune in if you guys have some time and you want to dive deep. We specifically bring you the updates every week for micro RC specifics products. So not only is it specific to the micro RC, we also highlight a lot of the smaller RC companies out there and really provide some sweet product awareness for stuff that you might not even know that's available or around. And man, I'm just telling you, Zach, the technology that you're going to see through these episodes is just mind-boggling what they can do now.
That's awesome. I would definitely be looking forward to. So now you're West Coast based, right?
Yeah, we're West Coast based. It's 5 p.m. over here. So if you guys want to tune into Micro Mondays, that would be 7 p.m. Pacific time. So that'd be a little bit later. It'd be like 10 p.m. on the Eastern side. Yeah. So, if it's something you want to stay up for and to let the kids go to bed, have something to listen to while you're wrenching. We do same kind of similar stuff. We have occasional giveaways, especially Cow RC, they've been supporting Micro Mondays since the early stages. So if you guys want to win awesome Cow RC goodies on Micro Mondays, that's also another opportunity. Yeah,
the time change would actually work really good for me, being that, not that late, but late, because usually 8:30 is my son's bedtime. So I could definitely be able to check out and tune in on that. I'll look forward to that one, man.
Yeah, sure.
They get a great turnout too. Rob, okay, right quick, I'll touch on this because you're one of the ones in for the Kyosho Mini Z drawing. You have to be watching the show live. That's the big kicker. There's a scroll or a ticker down at the bottom scrolling across. If you're one of the ones like Rob that's in on the drawing, you have to be watching this live. You don't want to be watching this 5-10 minutes, in the past. It has to be on the live stream, because at the end of the show, whenever we go to pick the winner for the Kyosho Mini Z, you got 2 minutes to chime in, and say, hey, that's my name. I'm the one that won. Basically, if you're not on live and your name gets picked, 2 minutes are going to come up. We're going to go to the next person. We're going to spin the wheel again and keep moving on until we get a winner that's live. So, Rob, definitely appreciate you tuning in, man. Hopefully you get your shot at it. What do I need to do to qualify to claim the Mini Z? Steve, so this has been going on for the past, I think, 3 or 4 episodes. Basically, there were 2 entrants from each episode. That basically was comment-based that got put into a drawing. And in this episode, we're doing the giveaway. So there's no more entrants going into it. So sorry, Steve, kind of like a day late, dollar short scenario. But you can find out who wins it. I made the cut. So, I don't speak Spanish, but I'm assuming that says I am here. But yeah, thanks you guys for all tuning in, chiming in. Again, Rob, if you're tuning in kind of late like this, basically in a nutshell, this is the episode where the CowTech torch is getting passed over to Steven. He will be carrying on with the CowTech episodes from this point out. And again, Rob, guys like you that have been tuning in all along throughout these episodes, cannot thank you guys enough, because you guys don't realize how much your comments, your thoughts, and everything really help drive a show, as well as, giving content for the next show, the next topic to come up with. So again, thank you guys. But there are upcoming RC Steve giveaways to look forward to. Yeah, as we were just talking, Steve does give giveaways on his show. You never know. There could also be a giveaway here on a CowTech episode. So might be able to double down for you guys and win twice. Tyler, what's up? Bruce. I know it's one of you two, either Tyler or Bruce it's on. Heath. Steve and I have plans for another killer giveaway. So, hey, there you go. There will definitely be more CowTech giveaways. Didn't want to miss it. Glad I made it. Definitely glad for you, Rob. Thank you for being here, man. You will definitely have your shot in there. Yeah, who doesn't love free stuff? Everybody does. So, Steve, there's something else, obviously you got a lot going on, running your show. You're going to be running the CowTech show now, but you also have another actual titled position in with Cow RC that you do with what was the actual name? Content mentor. So you kind of elaborate that part of what you do to help out with Cow RC.
Yeah, honestly, guys, I'm super excited to have be one of the content mentors for Cow RC. Like Zach was saying, I post weekly content clips for Cow RC. So my main thing, I love to do reels, guys. So there's a little short video clips, and it's honestly just real world, easy demonstrations of how to utilize the Cow RC products to the best ability, or easy example. If you're stuck on, what exactly is this product for, or how do we use it? Just with a quick little entertaining clip, you can get the gist of how the product works and the results as well.
So yeah, and it's like I was mentioning before I brought Steve on here. His reels, the way that he does all his shorts videos, was a huge influence on me. And again, if you've ever seen a Cow RC short on Facebook, Instagram, there's a really good probability that it's one of Steve's that's done. They're always just nice, tight, to the point. And one of the big influences for me from you was I liked doing these longer, minute and a half videos, but you have a way of just condensing down to a 30-second or so video that, actually shows the product, the application, the outcome of it. You can do so much in that short little time, and your content is always just super on point.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, definitely kind of have the photography or videography kind of background ever since I picked up a digital camera when I was younger. So I like to try and get the best angles I can, or any creative shots, and provide tips. That's a great point too. So kind of a behind the scenes thing I also offer alongside for the factory team is I'll help implement a tip or two in different ideas on how, Cow RC the factory team can also provide some helpful content demonstrations of using the Cow products. So if you ever need any tips like that, you could kind of just look at the clip, see my little formula, if you say, and yeah, it's fun. It's definitely fun to do. And I see Zach doing some of those things. I see him kind of shortening down the clips and stuff like that. But anywho, you already make killer content, but adding a little here and there, it really makes for the extra boost in the videos. So it's fun to see that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say also, it's if you guys do feel inspired by checking out any of those content reels, it's also a good example for maybe something you can aspire to creating yourself and sharing with the Cow RC fan group. So that sharing your content will help you kind of, get your content in the spotlight, get recognized. And if you guys ever are interested in being a part of Cow RC, I think Heath is looking to do something like that. He's always looking for fresh, exciting people that are just excited about the products just as we are. So it's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys that might be interested in being part of the Cow RC factory team, getting your content on the fan page, that is your gateway, to being on the factory team. Because Mike Panacchia is always on there. He's looking at who's posting stuff, looking at, your pictures, your videos, and everything. And if you guys remember, I mentioned it in the past, if you go back to CowTech episode number 7 with Adam and Tyler, that is the episode that breaks down everything that you need to know for getting on with the factory team. That's the episode that has Mike Panacchia on it, and they do a really great job of breaking down everything. So definitely, if you're happy with the Cow RC products and you love them, you want to show them off, put those photos, put those videos up on the Cow RC fan page. Right quick. Thank you. And your other comment about my buggy, it's hanging up on the wall. It is clean. I'm kind of running out of workspace room, so I kind of finally had to hang the buggy up on the wall just to get it out of the way. Let me get caught up on some comments right quick. Steve, editing, presentation beast, pro level, absolutely, absolutely. Finally got some Cow RC mats yesterday. Got some cleaning products on the way. Awesome, man. Absolutely love to see it. I will point this out. Anybody that's local in my area, you guys know the Hobby Connection in Easley is our local hobby shop. There are some Cow RC products landing on the shelves in there. I did notice that. So you can definitely stop by, find out what they're stocking in there. Mr. Ghost, your helper behind you. Yeah, I've noticed your four-legged helper back there. Give us some great Cow RC. And, for me, like creating content, obviously that's the big part of being on with the factory team. For me, it almost has basically turned into a hobby within a hobby. The hobby of getting, play with RC cars, but also creating content, especially like with the videos and like just getting that nice, perfect picture. It actually it's become really, really fun for me over the years of doing this, more than I ever kind of expected. Because like I'll be taking a picture of my son, and it's like, oh wait, wipe the lens off the camera right quick, or tell him, move this way so the sunlight hits you a little bit better. Let's see. Over river, really good with small tips. John Keener, love my dot box. Got it organized today. Yeah, the dot box is the last episode with Adam and Tyler. That was a killer episode going over the dot boxes. I have mine, and they're fantastic for organizing your storage, as well as if you need just one certain size of something, you don't have to dump out a whole container. The segmented compartments are perfect for that, for getting out just what you need. Bruce, actually, I saw that. I saw that on your Facebook page, man. You got the giveaway solder mat and one of the storage boxes as well. So super cool, man, to see you actually get that. All right, so we're kind of caught up on the comments again, guys. I'm gonna kind of keep repeating this off and on. If you're in on the drawing for the Mini Z, you got to be watching live. So don't forget about that. You had touched on this too, Steve. I'll give you a second. You go to some events, right?
Yes.
Like, what events could people like potentially find you at, or that you may be going to?
So we just recently went to a RC gathering for like a little RC swap meet. There you can find a whole bunch of vendors or friends, close friends that sell stuff. But the next event I'll be at is an open house for a company called Little Guy Racing Parts, one of the little micro companies. They're gonna have an open house / swap meet where it kind of just, they have a new facility to introduce, a little grand opening, and they'll have some vendors, some little sneak peek celebrity influencers and stuff like that. So it should be fun there. If you guys are interested in checking that out, that should be popping up next month, I think in July 17th or somewhere around there. So check in for that, guys. But local RC events, there's monthly meetups here in SoCal by a group called Crawlers and Coffee. They host a few monthly events just to get all the people together. They have raffles, they have prizes, they have little events specifically aimed for the micros, not too much. So usually for the micro events, it's mainly kind of competitive driving events to run through courses, through little gates. And it's all still fun and games, whether or not you're competitive or you just want to go out and hit the trails with your friends and crawl. So I'm not out too much, but this summer, if you guys stay tuned with Micro Mondays, keep involved, you'll be able to see where I'll be at this summer.
So there you go, man. There's a couple of ways you might be able to actually see Steve in person.
Yeah, sometimes I'll just even be at local parks, or that's the cool thing about crawling, RC crawling, is that, you know, there's not really a dedicated track or course, but hey, there's your favorite rock set at your favorite neighbor's house, or your favorite park, or a secret destination of yours. And that's what's cool about it. You get to really get out, adventure, get some steps in while you're at it, and change up the scenery every time.
July 26th on that date.
Awesome. Thank you.
But yeah, and I found that, you know, with me being big into the 8th scale racing, the absolute travesty is when a race gets rained out. You know, it's like Friday, track gets totally soaked. There's no recovering it. And then Saturday, you know, still may be a beautiful day that you could get out. And it's like, well, there's no racing, but I can grab one of the crawlers, you know, whether it's in the yard playing or down, you know, at a local park or whatever, and have an absolute field day in, you know, a 20-foot radius. You know, the world becomes your oyster of crawling.
Oh, yeah.
We'll touch on this Michigan Scale and Trail because you're in the drawing for the Mini Z as well. No worries on getting late to the show, but I'm glad to see you popped in. Again, if you see the ticker down at the bottom, you have to be watching live to claim the prize. At the end of the show, I'm going to spin the wheel with a random name or random winner generator, not a random name generator. So your name will be on there. You got 2 minutes to chime in if your name is selected. If not, we're going to move on, spin the wheel again, and move on to whoever else gets picked next after that. So just stay on live for the show till the end, and you'll be good. Have a swap meet on a special Cal RC show. Hey, you never know, you know, and it's always comments like that help drive episodes. Heath's always watching in the background. We're chiming in. He does pay attention to what you guys comment and say in your suggestions. You know, we've seen many products actually come out to fruition from user suggestions. Not destroy. Yeah, that's a big one. I have not given my son the radio to my Mugen by any means yet, because that would just end in travesty. But yeah, my boy, he's done really good with the TRX 4M that he's got, and just recently we started playing around with the 10 scale dudes. So yeah, a lot of different, and it's nice to kind of have an array of RC stuff. You know, I'm definitely learning that, you know, with the crawlers, to have options to be able to get out and enjoy, you know, doing what we love doing. You know, it doesn't always have to just be one set mind.
Yeah, and it gets pretty funny too, real quick, Zach, because now that you mentioned TRX 4M, you know, those are pretty stout, pretty strong, pretty tough. So for the little guys, it's an excellent idea to look in for something like that. An SEX 24, yeah, they'll handle, but I think like if you take one of these, or you know, you're having something with stronger, high-powered servos and brushless motors, yeah, maybe you might want to see if they're a little bit experienced on the throttle control.
Yeah, I have been surprised at the TRX 4M, like what all it's. The only thing that my son's broke on his was he broke a front drive shaft, which it does have a different motor in it. It does have crawler gears that I added to it. But he got like a piece of fishing line or something wrapped around it when we were at a park. And he was just gung-ho, and he popped one of the factory shafts in it. So now it's got metal shafts in it for an upgrade. But, yeah, those things are an absolute little tank. He's dropped it a couple of times from like a 3-foot height or so. And I'm like cringing, you know, that it's just going to break. But absolutely tough as nails, little things. Mr. Ghost, racing should never be called for rain. Use Cal RC products and you will have no worries with the mud. honestly, I've raced in the rain a couple of times. It's not that bad as long as you keep everything clean, especially like the Moose Slick silicone. And as well, I'm learning on the Cal Formal. This is becoming my new best friend, especially since I've been playing around with a lot of the crawlers. So let's see. Friends my age can't play with the fast cars. Gabriel, this is a new name. I haven't seen this. Good evening. Speaking on mini crawler, the udder butter on the trans is great. Absolutely. Perfect application for it. It is a bug. And like I said, the little guys are so addicting. And so I'm really curious to follow along with Steven as he takes over the CowTech episodes for all of his tips and tricks and application for Cow RC products on these little guys. So beat down and keeps on trucking. All right, so that gets us caught up on some comments. There was something else as well I thought about. Oh, yeah, this was the thing. So going, that you're going to be the new host, for CowTech. Again, you guys that are tuning in late, you may have missed it from the beginning. This is the last episode that I'll be hosting for CowTech. We'll be moving over to a different point of view with Steve here, focusing more on the micro crawler scene. But so, Steve, what are you kind of, looking to bring and offer to the table, focusing around, the small scale crawlers with Cow RC?
Yes, I was kind of thinking on that, and do have a few plans, a few ideas of how I would want to kind of share with you guys what I do with my crawlers, how I treat my crawlers, how I clean my crawlers, how I work on my crawlers. So a couple ideas for sure. I'll be implementing a lot of the products and the reasons or the applications that will be best for it. Also, speaking of like conformal coating, that's also a big thing for the crawlers, like you said, especially since you can get into so many different types of terrains, muddy, wet, if you really wanted to, sandy. So not only products, but a little bit how-tos. We can show you some before and after results, especially like tire cleaning or chassis cleaning, stuff like that. Also, I'll show a couple tips as well here, how I make my cow reels, and maybe if you guys are interested in learning how to make a couple reels or share with the RC community yourself, we can definitely do that. As well, I'll be sharing with you guys, how I prepare for heading out to an event, how I prepare for heading out to the trails, what do I bring, what's most important, and preventative maintenance for sure. Nothing like seeing some rust after like 1 or 2 sessions on your brand new crawler, and you're like, oh, already.
Yeah. That when I was on vacation a couple of weeks ago down at the coast, we were at the beach, and me and my boy, we had the little crawlers and the 1/10 scale with us. And that was the first thing I thought of was rust, just from the salt water, the salt and the sand, and everything got coated heavily with the Moose Slick silicone before we went down. And I took a handful of, the travel size, sample size cleaners with me so I could kind of keep up with them throughout the week as we were playing. Indiana. Rob, use the udder butter. Love the stuff. Can't wait to try out the clean stuff that I have coming. Well, Rob, definitely, man. Let us know your feedback on them. Post up those results on the Cow RC fan page. Absolutely love to hear from you. Tyler, raced my Losi NASCAR at the track this weekend and used my Cow RC wipes. Took one wipe to clean all the dirt and grime off. Absolutely, yeah. Hide wipes for me, man, are an absolute must-have staple. Whether it's here on the bench or whether it's in all my racing stuff, hide wipes are just the wonderful, kind of like almost do it all, quick, easy access wipe. That's cool, man. I haven't seen any of the Losi NASCAR run yet, but my local track does have a quarter scale asphalt oval, and I kind of stopped by real quick Saturday or whatever and got to check out some of those guys racing. And it's pretty fun to see quarter scale stuff running. So preventive maintenance sounds like some sort of magic. Works that. Hey, you'll definitely have to tune in to CowTech with Steven coming up and find out all about that. And letting the grass blew off with a mini jet vac because I pre-treated the car with CowRC products. Absolutely, that pre-treatment, man. Like I said, like in one of the very first episodes that I did, racing wise, basically all of your racing starts right here on the workbench. Basically you do all your homework here whenever you guys go out to race or you're going out to crawl. You're going to reap those benefits of CowRC products. So definitely take the time to get that stuff done. Harold, thanks for all the good advice, live streams. Harold, greatly appreciate it, man. Again, this has been really, really fun for me. And again, I can't thank you guys, the viewers, as well as Heath enough. Let's see. Adam, absolutely. I'm still holding out that my boy will get into racing later on down the road. But for right now, me and him's going to tackle some crawlers as well. Like graph bike spray, staying far from motors, seems basic, but is it? We'll be going over all of that kind of stuff in upcoming episodes. So definitely don't worry about it. Comments are kind of going a little bit nuts. I know I'm a little bit behind. Full size. All right. Oh yeah, absolutely, Tom. Especially with what you do with racing. I use them on the interior of my truck. You get those stains from a greasy arm sitting on a door panel or whatever. Hide wipes will take them right off. Gabriel, after I clean the tire, dry, I put them in Ziploc. Stuff and sticky. Absolutely love to hear it, Gabriel. It's kind of feedback you like. Michigan Scale and Trail, love my TRX 4Ms and 24s. Would really be interesting to see how Steve. Yeah, and again, I've got an SCX 24 sitting on the shelf, a TRX 4M, and my Ascent 18 as well. So I'm definitely interested in, going to be tuning in on, a nice specific show to these little guys. Jason, thank you. Getting our money's worth out of you tonight. Hey, I've tried to do my best on all these shows, but again, guys, it doesn't mean that I'm leaving. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to be here with CowRC. You guys are still going to see me out racing wherever I can over the Southeast. And again, anybody needs help with products, racing related, message me. I'm pretty easy to get a hold of. Or again, use that CowRC fan page. So I think we're ready to give something away.
I'm ready.
All right, so we're getting down to the end of it. Last check on comments. Bruce, man, absolutely love it. I love watching you and your son's social media post too with the monster truck races. That just looks like an absolute ball to me. So I'm going to pop up one more screen, guys. Let me do some quick shucking and jiving. So there's the big wheel. There's everybody that's in on it. So I'm going to run through everybody's name right quick before we do the drawing. So this is, hang on, let me get the deodorant ads off of there. Run through everybody's name. So you guys perk up, listen up. Again, Michael Garcia, Jason Flogger, Rob Conant, Bruce Pittman, John Keener, Mr. Ghost, Tristan Church, Bobby Coleman Jr., and Michigan Scale and Trail. Those are all you guys that are in on the drawing for the Kyosho Mini Z. And again, I'll give you guys just a couple of seconds to pull yourselves together for this drawing. You got to be watching live. If you're watching this 2 minutes, 5 minutes in the past, you're going to miss out. All right, guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and click the wheel and see who our winner is.
Good luck.
Good luck, fellas. Absolutely. Good luck to everyone. We got... Stop. Jason Flogger. All right. So you got 2 minutes, Jason, to chime in and comment. And there he is on the ball. So first one on the bat. And that actually worked out pretty good. I was kind of worried, man, that it might roll on a little bit. So Jason, let me make a note. right there. So Jason, just reach out to me, man, and we would definitely get that set up and to you. Pop that off of here. So there you go. That was Jason's comment. He's on live. So you are the winner, sir. Congratulations. So, all right. So that all worked out. Again, congratulations to Jason. If you guys are tuning in at this point, the drawing's already over. And again, this is my last episode. Steven here is going to be taking over again for the CowTech episodes on the off weekends from Adam and Tyler's show, covering a different spin, focusing on small scale crawlers, the 18s, the 124s, the little fun guys. So again, I'm super excited to see that, and I will definitely be tuning in. So make sure I don't have any other last questions for you, that I covered everything, because I don't want to goof on my last episode and totally forget something again. That's for the most part it. We still got a few minutes that we can go on here. Any last minute words? Anything you want to shout out about, Steven?
Yeah, just definitely, dude. Everybody, thank you guys for staying with CowRC, CowTech for the next episodes, guys. I'm looking forward to helping shine some light to get everybody, I'm going to call it cow crawler certified, guys. So we'll make sure you guys are certified to set up and maintain your crawlers in the tip-top shape. And yeah, I'm just gracious. Thank you to Heath for the opportunity. And Zach, you've been killing it this whole episodes, man. I'm going to miss you too. So I'll look forward to you checking out the next episodes with me, chatting about everything.
I will definitely be there, man. I'm looking forward to it. And all right, my phone going off. Hey, there's a guy right there, Chase, tuning in, man. If you guys caught the last episode 12, Chase from Chasing Trophies, he was on with us, did a nice live interview. No tears as you hang up the mic. It is, and he kind of nailed it. It is a little bittersweet. I do enjoy doing this. I've had a lot of fun with it. I definitely am looking forward to a little bit of extra time, with my family as well. Some more downtime. But again, Heath, straight from the heart. Can't thank you enough for trusting in me to do this, especially with a microphone this big that goes out however far it can possibly go. So. Did y'all pull the Mini Z already? Yes. We just did it about 2 minutes ago, and Jason Flogger was the winner for it, Chase. Definitely miss you being as a host. You come with some good ideas for the use of movement. Absolutely love it, man. Any kind of tip, trick I can find or come up with, I love to share it out. The same thing, if you guys ever run across me at a race someplace in the Southeast, just look for the big CowRC banner. Usually it's always up in my pit area, whether I'm in camper or an easy up, the banner's up someplace. You guys feel free, come up, talk to me. I absolutely love talking with people. If there's a product that you actually want to see in person, odds are I probably have it in my duffel bag, because I roll pretty heavy to the racetracks with basically everything, just about everything. Mr. Ghost, thank you. Oh, that's actually a good question. The best way to watch this, Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. Honestly, I don't really know the best way, just more of a preference to you, because the CowTech episodes stream out across all 3 of those platforms. So I would say it's whatever suits you best. For me, I can see who's tuning in from where. And it's usually kind of a 50-50 dice up between Facebook and YouTube is the most common way. But really good question. Men cry too. I'm holding them back, Mr. Ghost. You guys can definitely try to clap if you want. So let's go on. Tristan, Chase is the man, had to come back after watching last weekend with Chase. Yeah. Tristan, you were one of the ones in on the drawing too, man. You had the great comment with the tire wash. Once you use half a bottle of the tire wash up, fill the rest of it up with water so you can try, how well you like it with a diluted ratio. That was, a pretty banging comment from the last show. Let's see. Congratulations. One day I would like to make it out west past the Mississippi. I've never been west past the Mississippi. So if I make it out there, Mr. Ghost, I would definitely try to check into you, man. Jason, see you this Saturday. Yes, I would definitely be out Saturday. Let's see. A lot of comments. Milk it out. So all right, guys. A lot of good comments, man. Appreciate you guys all for tuning in. So again, this is, adios, farewell, adieu, au revoir, however you want to say it for me, guys. But you're definitely still going to see me around with Cal RC. That part's absolutely not going anywhere. And you can always check me out on my personal profile on Facebook as Zack Cater, and follow along there too with different stuff and life happenings. So, all right, guys. So that pretty much wraps up about our hour-long little episode here. Again, so wait, your first episode will be. Is it going to be July the 6th?
Looks like that's what's coming up for 2 weeks.
Okay. So there you guys go. July 6th. Put it on your calendar. There's still going to be CowTech coming. It's all coming from Steve. And definitely going to be, really fun to watch and enjoy Cow RC products in a different atmosphere than 8th scale racing applied to the little guys. So, and will it still be at 8 p.m. Eastern time, or is the time going to change for the show?
I'm not too sure. Are you talking about this CowTech?
Yes.
I think it's probably going to happen 8 p.m. Eastern, and if people are on the Pacific time, 5 p.m. Pacific time.
Okay. So there you guys go. Shouldn't be too big of a change, but definitely tune back in 2 weeks. Check out Steve and all the great stuff that he's going to be bringing to this. And again, Steve, thank you for being on. Thank you for everything that you do for Cow RC, for the Cow RC community. It's greatly appreciated. And again, you've been a really big influence on me with content creation too. So thank you.
Hey, likewise, Zach. Thank you. And thanks, everybody. We'll catch you guys soon. And until then, have a great rest of your night.
Absolutely, guys. So see y'all in 2 weeks. Later, guys.
Later.